We're live.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just going to talk about Putin and Zelensky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How we doing?
shot 120 missiles over there. Ukraine shot 6.
Oh, no, yeah, go ahead.
And we line them?
Okay, we might check it. Got you all. Shalom, yeah. Sharp Shabbat. Back again, man. Salagia for the late start. Sometimes we be running behind, man, but we still gotta get our glory and praises to the Most High. All honor, glory, and praises to the Most High, man. Son Yahweh for allowing us to make it out, allowing us brothers, HOI Detroit, L.O.I. Detroit, for us to literally come together and bring this lesson out. And it's definitely prepared, from courtesy of HOI Detroit. And we just there, to support, just like they did for us last week. So we keep unity going. Because it's what the scriptures say. Can you grab Psalms 133 from me real quick? I'm saying, we got to stick to the scriptures. When we start going off doing our own thing, that's when that wicked spirits, come in and they can cause that division. And in these last days and times, we definitely don't need that.
So what?
Psalms chapter 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Nah, man, black people can't get along.
How good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Right? It's a good, and it's a pleasant thing, right? How pleasant is it, right? Read the next one.
Verse 2. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirt of his garment.
Right? And what was that ointment? That was that oil, him being anointed as a high priest, right? It's as good as that. It's as good as that, because you got to realize what Aaron and that priesthood represented. That represented us, basically the pipeline to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying that brother, when dwelling together, is just as good as that. Right, read.
Verse 3. As the dew of Hermon, and as the dew of Salakia, as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion, for there the Lord commanded the blessing, even life forever.
Right, see that? And the Lord, he commanded this thing, man. So we have to, no matter what congregation you with, you know what I'm saying, you have to have some type of unity, some form of unity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to agree on every single doctrine. Some doctrine is going to differ from other doctrine. But as long as you believe that the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israelites, it shouldn't be no issue. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, as long as you have the understanding of, hey, we got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, then there shouldn't be no issue. You know what I'm saying? Everything else will work itself out. You know what I'm saying? When Yahweh shall come back and set this thing in order, we don't have anything, ain't nothing else to say outside of that. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers got something y'all want to
I'm gonna line back on. Let's get the classic. Let's go to Zephaniah 2:1.
Yeah.
That's it right there. You know what I mean?
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
It's like the brother was bringing out. It don't say if you don't get along or you get along. It's a nation not desired. Still got it. It don't matter if you don't see eye to eye or you got an issue with your brother. You the nation not desired. The other nations don't care whether you get along. Y'all the same. You know what I mean? They ain't care if we got along when they brought us on that boat. You know what I'm saying? They don't care when they was hanging you. I'm about to make say they don't hang you because you're a Christian or a Baptist. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't hate you because of that. They hate you because of your bloodline.
That's right.
And that's what we got to come back to. You know what I mean? Sometimes we gotta put, those curses, those issues, we gotta go on the back burner. We got a bigger picture. I mean, the fact that me and you got an issue that can wait, we got a bigger problem.
Right.
Me and your thing can wait. Matter of fact, we can settle that behind closed doors.
God.
I mean, we got we got a bigger fish to fry.
Look at these niggas still.
We got to do as a nation.
Yeah.
We have too many people against us already for us to be against each other.
God.
We got to put those things to the side. So I yield on that. Go ahead, yeah.
Verse 2, before the decree bring forth, before the date pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Get it together before you come back. If you want to be on those chariots, y'all want to have problems with each other, or do you want to go on this chariot? Which one is it going to be? That's basically what that's going into. You know what I mean? Put those small things to the side. You know what I mean? We better than that. Like I said, we got enough people against us already to be going against each other. That's silly. And the fact that other nations, they love that we against each other. What's that divide and conquer? I want y'all to be at each other, because guess what? You don't see who the real problem is.
God.
Because no matter what, somehow why y'all going against each other, Esau and the other nations was probably behind it. Most likely, like we were just talking about the drug situation. Who was behind that? The gun situation, who behind that? Anything that basically mess up our communities. Now, I'm not saying we should do it, but there's also a mastermind behind that, hiding in the scenes. And that's the real enemy. He is the real problem. So I yield on that also.
And that's what brings division. That's what keeps us apart. Is that he comes in the midst of us and he puts us between each other and against each other. Because now if we go to a job, if we had that jealousy because the brother gets ahead of you and you've been there longer years, and they put you over him, now hey, you got a situation with him. Now you get your own brother because he was lifted up over you and he hasn't left time to you. But that's what they do. They all bring division between us. They keep us apart.
But it's cool that they bring a white boy in there with 6 months. They put him over you.
Yeah.
You teach him how to stay where he at.
Right.
You ever seen where a black guy go to a baseball game, a hockey game, he the only one there. Yes, white man. You see the nigga in here? I'm looking to kill a nigga in here. Right, ain't no niggas in here. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What he done?
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Salami, before you start, hey, grab chapter 3, same book, chapter 3, verse 8. The night time. Like this is what while we literally gathering together, this is what we got to do right here.
Said 3 and 8.
So you got that new sword, man. Hey, he's sticking.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I got you good.
Open that.
No, I'm good. We good.
I'm fine too.
You hot too?
You there? You get him there.
I want a cold or hot?
Therefore, wait ye upon me,
Like this.
saith the Lord, until the day that I
Yeah,
raise up
so you have to go ahead. I'm
Pray.
cold with it.
for my dominion.
Hey, so like, can you start from the top for me?
Therefore, wait ye upon me.
Right, so we have to wait on the Most High. We can't rush out of this thing. We don't even know how to get along with this yet. You know what I'm saying? We haven't came together how the two scriptures that we just read. You know what I'm saying? We have to wait upon the Lord. Have to wait for that. There ain't no rushing about it. Let's learn how to build that brotherhood up first. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to keep these laws, that's the commandments. Because we're not doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? We don't have Passover down to a T. A lot of us don't have our own land. A lot of us don't grow our own, have our own cattle and take care of You know what I'm saying? So how do you know if you having eating a lamb that's within the first year? How do you know that lamb that you're cooking didn't have any blemishes? You don't.
You don't, because
You know what I'm saying? You don't unless you have your own cattle, right? Breed.
Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I might assemble the kingdom.
Right? That's the northern and the southern kingdom.
Right.
That's the determination. That's what he's gonna do, right? Read.
To pour upon them my indignations, even all my friends' anger. For all that earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Right? And he's gonna destroy these. He's gonna destroy these North, Central, South America. It's over with.
it's over with.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go down with it, man. So stop hating your brother, stop hating your sister, man. Start keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. Create that sisterhood, create that brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? And you know, definitely see more brothers gathering together than sisters. I just got to put that out there, man. Our sisters got to be better and do better. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way that these curses are hitting our people, man. It's hard for us to kind of get over that. You know what I'm saying? That's not to single out the sisters. You know, brothers go through it too. You know what I'm saying? This is why you always see. You really pay attention to Israel. You see brothers, they splitting, they leave. You know what I'm saying? Get other congregations, maybe start their own here and there. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it should be no love lost. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so you got to go.
So you really pray for our brothers here. That's it. What scripture was that? All right, so we so you opened it up already, right? We give our praise to our elders and we give our honor to our elders, we give our glory to Yahweh, we give our praise to Yahweh Shai. And we finna this lesson today is gonna be about the wheat and the tares. Okay, let me get Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. You can write it down. Got you. Put your thing together.
You said 13, you said 24?
Yeah.
Okay, come. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, starting at verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way.
Okay, do that one more time. I'm good.
All right, so you start back at the top. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field.
The kingdom of heaven is likened to a man. He sowed good seeds into his field. Somebody give me First Maccabees chapter 3:48, and then somebody give me Deuteronomy 64. 3:48. Okay, and so now read it one more time.
Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field.
Okay, so when we had our family, I remember growing up on a block where nothing but a family, mothers and the fathers in the same house back in the '60s. So that's been torn apart. That's been teared into, and so I can see that because I come from the wheat. I come from when we was weeded together, the mother and the father, and we was weeded together. And so that was likened into a family, right? And so it's like likening to being in heaven. Heaven is here on heaven is here on earth. And so what happens is that when they tear, here's an example of how they start to tear into the Israelites' family situation. Go ahead. Give me that Maccabee chapter, first Maccabees 3:48.
Just the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. When everybody there say, Connor, just the book of Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. And lay open the book of the law.
Okay, and so what they did, the family oriented, the mother and father in the same house, we all had Bibles in the house. But when we opened the Bible up, this is what we saw. Go ahead.
Wherein the heathen have sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Okay, and so if we open our Bible up from our forefathers, we saw the likeness of their images, right? And so now we think that Jesus is white. Why? Because they whitewashed it, right? Okay, and so now from that point, what else happened? We start to hang white Jesus up in the house. So in grandma's house, we walk in the house, there's white Jesus right there, right? Okay, so now we got white Jesus in the house. Now that's a tear. That's on a tear. Where in our members, okay, we got 5 members. We got the smell, right? And so how did how they put a tear in the smell? Corona, right? And then we got the taste. Go to Deuteronomy 21:14. Is it 14? 14:21
Okay, 21.
or 21:14.
20. Thou shalt not eat. 21,
Yeah. Thou shalt not eat. That's it.
Okay.
That's the taste. Yeah.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14 and verse 21.
Yeah.
Everybody there say, Con?
Yeah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 21. And it reads as this: Ye shall not eat anything that dieth of itself.
Okay, and so we, Israel, right? This he's talking to Israelites. We cannot eat anything that died of itself. But guess who can? Keep going.
Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates.
But we can give it unto white people. They strangers, right? Our Esau. We gonna say white people because some of Israel is look like they're white and they're not. So this is not about color, but we can give it unto the strangers. These strangers are the heathens. The heathens are Arabs, Chinese, Japanese, white folks, all that. Them heathens. All right, because of the seed. So we give it unto them. Why? Because it won't hurt them. Now what they did, they tear that back into us. Our food in America is destroyed. Why? Because it won't hurt them. Why would a person mess up the food and they're gonna kill some of their own people? No, it's not gonna kill their own people. You're gonna catch cancer. You're gonna get prostate. You can get high blood pressure. They're not in there for that. They in the same line we in. They got the same meat we got. But this scripture showing you here that they can eat that. So why not tear into it if it's not gonna hurt us? Okay, so this is a tear, right? So now, how we've been destroyed. See, every superhero have their weaknesses. There's weaknesses. Kryptonite for Superman, all types of weaknesses. And so we have a weaknesses. We have a weakness. Without, if you're not keeping the commandments, your weakness is abroad. It's many things. You see what I'm saying? And so we got high blood pressure. A lot of our family members die of cancer. A lot of, we have a lot of issues. Why, where it's coming from. And why the food can't go to other countries because they don't want that. They like, no, we don't deal with that food. The FDAC, whoever watch over the food, all of them should be arrested. You know what I'm saying? The first person needs to be arrested. 'Cause that job is destroying us. You see what I'm saying? And so now, why are they not arrested? Because in order for them to stay on top, they have to keep the tares among us. Keep going. Read that. Hold on, slightly. Um, finish that out. Or did you finish? That was good.
Not unto the stranger that is in thy gates, that if he may eat it, or thou may sell it unto an alien, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not seeth a kid in his mother's milk.
Right. Okay. And so now what we do? Our kids are only supposed to go to, as far as milk, only supposed to go to our mothers. We don't supposed to be eating cow milk. We don't supposed to be doing things like that. You know what I'm saying? But what they do, they tear these things unto us. Why? Because we disconnected from the word. Okay, keep going.
Matthew.
Get back to Matthew.
I got a precept. Let's go that same Matthew. Let's go to Matthew 13. Let's start at 1.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 1. The same day went Yahushua out of the house and sat by the seaside, and a great multitude were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow.
Right there, I wanted to go over that because how he's going into milk and alien. A lot of people probably think, what is he talking about? Yahushua spoke in parables. And the reason he spoke in the parables is for the enemy wouldn't understand it. That's why he say wheat and tares. You might be thinking actual wheat. No, it's a parable. See, a lot of times when and I hate to say it too, when Christians read out this book, they don't get that understanding because they can't understand the parables. You got some people still think the serpent in the Garden of Eden was a snake. That's a parable. You know what I mean? And you don't understand it. Serpent is not. Serpent can be in many forms.
Right.
That is a parable. That's what we go in when we say these are parables. Mm-hmm. Like we still got some people who think John 3:16 means everybody. That is a parable. You know what I mean? And like I say, the Most High only gives certain people understanding. And sometimes us as a people, we have a hard time thinking why the rest of our people can't get this understanding. Reason spoke in parables, because it ain't for everybody to get. Some of our people are going to be, it's destined. Nothing we can do. So I just want everybody to know, when we say wheat tears, you go with milk and all, you don't mean real milk. I mean, it's a parable. So I yield on that.
I want to get a scripture. Can we get Psalms 111 and verse 10? And this is a basic scripture, and what the brother is speaking of is 100% true.
You say 111?
Psalms 111 verse 10.
I got you.
And this is the wheat and tare right here. This just shows you who's going to get the understanding and who's not.
Come on.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111 and verse 10. When everybody's there, say come. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111 and verse 10. And it reads like this. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
What? Dude, I thought the commandments is done away with. It literally tells you to do his commandments. That's how you're going to get understanding. Once you start with the basics, the Sabbath day, the fringes, the feast days, then your understanding starts to develop where you can go into these parables and see, oh, it's not literally talking about a dude literally taking seeds and throwing it on the ground. It's talking about people.
Right.
Right? Like what the brother is bringing out. Right? Keep going.
His praise endureth forever.
So all praise to the Most High for those that has an ear. Yep. All praise to the Most High for that.
Yeah, I like that.
So, let me, like you say,
Yeah, that's
another pair of all who has ears. when you understand the parable, you have these ears to hear. Like a lot of these, I hate to say it, Christians or whatever, black Catholics, they can't hear this book. They can't see these parables. They have American, no, I'm not even gonna say that. They have a African American understanding. Well, I'm gonna put it in that way. Go ahead, I'll get the back.
Yeah, man, parable, man, you know, some people don't understand it. A parable is really like a dark saying, not evil enough, but what it's saying is that it's dark because some people don't have the spiritual understanding to get it. Only those that's enlightened, you know what I'm saying, that keeps the commandments, like you said, is gonna understand it.
Right. And so like when it's just said, when it just says creatures. And so when let's go into with that. Give me Mark should be 16:15, and then give me Wisdom of Solomon 19:6, and then give me verse. So give me James 1:1, and then 1:18. Yeah, you wanna go first?
It's the book of Mark, chapter 16, verse number 15. And he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
Right, and so when you see the creatures in there, now you're talking about go into all the worlds and teach to every creature. So now you're thinking about that's everybody, right? You're thinking that even the ants and the spiders, you're thinking that's everybody,
God.
but that's not. Go ahead, read that. Give me wisdom something last.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1. When everybody is there, say con. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 1, and it reads as this. James, a servant of God and the Lord Jesus Christ, is to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad greeting. Keep going.
Yeah, now go down to 18. Okay, so now he's talking to those who are scattered abroad, because it said go out and preach to every creature. Why? Because there's certain people scattered. So in order to go to out to everything, you have to go out to the scattered. They're scattered among everything, and they're called creatures. Go ahead.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 18, and it reads as this. Of his own will begat he us with the word of truth.
Right. Okay. So of his own, right? He got his own, and this is the word of truth, right? How true is this? Keep going.
That we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures.
Right. That we are a kind of his first fruit of his creatures. It's like you taste one fruit, and I don't want to taste no more. It's all I ever want. And that's how that is. All this, well, they didn't do right. So since they didn't do right, I put them down. Now the heathens can come. Now they can be drafted in. No, that's not true. Israel's so special that if it don't go right with Israel, everybody die. So I'm saying he ain't know I go get something I don't want. But since you messed up, I'll like what I really don't like, but I'll go ahead and like it. You see what I'm saying? That's not how he work. He ain't no what you call it? A man jump from women to women. He ain't that. He not no whoremonger. That's a whoremonger spirit. If Israel ain't right, everybody die. And when Israel right, everybody going to slavery. So whatever you want, but he's not gonna jump like a whoremonger. That's not the God that we serve. Go ahead, give me that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 19, verse 6.
Wisdom of Solomon. God.
Oh, you said 19 verse what?
Verse 6.
All right.
For the whole creature in his proper kind was fashioned again anew.
Right. And so the whole creature into his proper kind was fashioned anew. Why it has to be new? Because he messed up the commandments, and so what he get a new covenant, right? He's still gonna deal with us. He ain't talking about no new people. He's talking about he get the same people with a new covenant, and he gonna make them better. You see what I'm saying? And what he called us, he still calling us the creatures. Why is he calling us creatures? Because that's what they actually see us as. They see us as creatures, three-fourths of a man. You see what I'm saying? And like I say in the Bible, they're no mans. The Bible look at them as no mans.
Yeah.
Their book look at us as three-thirds. But the Bible look at them as none. Nothing. Okay, so let's
One more precept, right?
Like, want to finish this out? Because it shows right here that it's talking about us.
come on.
Serving the peculiar commandments.
Wow. Okay, so that's heavy right there. And so what type of creatures are we? We when you're dealing with the commandments, even some of Israel look at you like creatures. I mean, what y'all doing on Saturdays? Y'all resting? And on Sundays y'all not serving? And y'all this is a Tuesday. And you call us what, the new moon? On a Tuesday? We don't do nothing on Tuesday unless it's what's going on with these? The way y'all dress. Y'all really dress like creatures. Y'all are out of order. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna read that again.
Serving the peculiar commandments.
Right. The commandments are peculiar. They're not natural. All right. Go ahead.
That were given unto them, that the Salakia, that they children, Salakia, that thy children might be kept without hurt.
Right. Now, did you hear what he said? He didn't say they children's, his children's. Why? Because without the commandments, we get hurt.
Yeah.
We get hurt. We hurt. We're not getting hurt. We hurt. And we getting hurt. Why we hurt? You see what I'm saying? Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And that, he called us the peculiar people, going through them times.
Yeah.
And why we was called peculiar people is because we didn't do what the other nations was doing.
Right.
We wasn't eating the swine.
Come.
We wasn't being with women outside of marriage. All these other laws that we came up about when we took on their guys. Then, until then, we were peculiar people. So say, oh, y'all different.
Yeah.
You know, y'all don't do these things that we do.
Right. Come.
You know, and what's wrong with y'all? You know, and now they look at what's wrong with y'all? We do everything.
Right.
You know, there ain't nothing we don't do.
Right. But keep your commandments.
But keep the commandments.
That's what made us peculiar.
So I can be peculiar because can't nobody do what we do.
That's right. That's
Can't
right.
nobody go through slavery like we can. That would make us peculiar.
That's right.
No other race can do that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say, like you said, so like, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 4:4, like I said. He does punish us as a whole, but this is gonna be our last punishment. If you don't get it right this time, it's over for you. He ain't punishing us all as a whole no more. The ones that get it. The ones that don't, it's over for you. Give me what you got.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 4.
Bring it out.
For though they flourish in branches for a time, yet standing not fast, they shall be shaken with the wind. And through the force of winds, they shall be rooted out.
Like I said, that's a parable. You know how many of us that come in this truth strong? We come in real strong, but guess what? When they get tired, they get weak. And when it says rooted out, what happens when a strong wind comes?
Right. Come.
That bush get pushed out because it ain't rooted in strong.
God.
It's not getting watered every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I say, these are another parables. So that's what say that's how the Most High works. Or when the Messiah come back, if you ain't all this, if you ain't got your fringes on, if you're not keeping the commandments, if you eating pork, if you are African American when he come back, you're going to be rooted out. Ain't no getting around.
Right. That's all you have to say.
Thus saith the Lord. African American, what's that? Caribbean or whatever. If you ain't serving the Lord as the 12 tribes, it's going to be over for you. And I hate to tell my people that, but that's the hard truth. Because it say he coming back with a sword. What do you do with a sword? He ain't knighting nobody. He kill it. Because it say his garment gonna be red with wine. That's just what it is. That's why we out here. We ain't out here doing this for money. We out here doing it for our people. To say, wake up. Time is a ticket. How they say, we in the fourth quarter. Won't be no overtime. He already said that. Go ahead.
Add on to that, like Peter said, judgment starts at us first, or be the end of them, or better not the gospel. I ain't gonna show. A lot of people gonna find out real quick because they're too stuck in their sins. They're too stuck to loving sin. They're doing the things of the world, man. And they don't want to come out of that. They don't want to come out of these religions. They want to come out of these secret societies.
Right, yeah.
And they just want to keep doing what they're doing, but they think it's right. And then we try to show them and tell them, "Hey, look at us like we doing something wrong." And they always want to turn around, use that stupid sentence, only God can judge. Oh no, you don't want that judgment. Because that's why the judge you, it's gonna be the final judgment. And that judge might most likely result in death. Because
You know what people say, only God can judge. Do you say that when you go in the courtroom? You don't tell that to them. When the man gives you a ticket, you don't say, "Can't go."
White man judge
You don't say that then. You know what I mean? But people don't know we make judgments every day. You know, let one of us be walking up the street and a guy with a hockey mask and a machete come up. I bet you make a judgment to turn the other way. That's a judgment. We don't know that though. Like you say, we so stuck in America. That's like how did the Most High tell Moses, before you come up here, you got to clean yourself out of that Egyptian filth. We got that American filth in our head and we can't get it out. A lot of us have, but a lot of us have that American filth and we can't get it out. You know what I mean? We stuck with that. Some of us love America so much. I'm out to say this. What can be better than here?
Can't say nothing.
You know what I mean? And that's how we think.
and that's another thing too, man. Just like they said, the law is done away with. Okay, you gonna tell the judge that when you go to court?
Salaki, you know, judgment is only correction anyway. You go to court and you get judged, you know, for the crime you committed. What do you send you? To the Department of Corrections.
The whole thing about there ain't no correction going on up in there.
Yeah, ain't no correction, but that's what they call it, Department of Correction. You know?
Where we at? 24.
25.
Okay, go ahead.
Matthew 13. Going back to Matthew chapter 13, we have verse 25. All right.
Yeah.
It reads, "But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and
Okay.
went his way."
Right, and so we know he sold tares, right, through the Bible. He sold tares through our vision. All right, and then go to Deuteronomy 28:64. Now they're gonna show tares on how we listen. And then somebody give me Matthews 4:19.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people."
So when he did scatter us among all people, this is how they go ahead.
"From the one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there shall serve Salakia. And there thou shalt serve other
Right,
gods."
right. And so from one end of the earth to the other, this is what was prepared for us on every platform. On one end of the earth to the other. This is what was prepared for us. What was prepared for us? Go ahead. That we will serve.
Salakia. "And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone."
So everywhere we went, if we went into the captivity of the Arabs, they had the copper stone for us. If we go to the white man, he had the wood cross. So wood and stone is the totality of the complete border, and it was already prepared for us. Why? Because they would kill us and beat it into us, right? And so now this is a tear from our father, right? And we was given who? Their fathers. And now we say, we start using Jesus and Allah. Now have them to use Yahweh. Do that. You know what I'm saying? We should be worshiping. Where it means the same thing. If it do mean the same thing, we're gonna start saying Yahweh Shai since it means the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We know it don't mean the same thing. It means the Arab God, the ultimate, and He the God of the universe. And so if you're talking about the God of the universe, you must be talking about Allah. I'm talking about Yahweh Shai. And then when you want to put an identity on them, they can't go to black. They go anywhere else. Matter of fact, the Arabs ain't gonna put up no image because Muhammad is black. The white man's gonna put up a image. You see what I'm saying? And make them white. So you got no image, and then you got an image. But guess what? Both is black. Both of them wrong. Neither one of them want to show a black image, but they want to put a name on it and say he's the ultimate. Well, okay, but whoever's the ultimate, we need an image. The only image going to match is Yahweh Shai. So they show the tear. Wherever we go, they show tears into our religion, into our God, into who we worship, into how we see, into how we hear, into how we smell. It's tears in our five senses. Okay, keep going.
Verse 65.
So like we can drop that.
And Matthew 4:18.
Yeah.
I want to say something with you saying that. I'm gonna have to correct that. I'm actually, when you say, we supposed to say, as the world ignorantly calls, because when you say the J word, actually that's breaking the commandments, called, you know what I mean, by other gods. Because when, like you say, when you say the Jesus, that image comes up in everybody's head of the Cedar or J. So it's actually, you know, we're not supposed to say that, but we kind of say it to try to give our people to understand it, you know what I mean? So, but like you say, it's actually a violation for us to really be saying that.
Yeah, it is, because I'm gonna show you something. That letter J, they got it all around the Hebrew characters. It's like Jerusalem. What is it? You see what I'm saying? They put Jerusalem in there. So that J is definitely dealing with a witchcraft because they got Jesus, Jerusalem, John. You see what I'm saying? They got James. They got these J's magnitude, Jehovah. You see what I'm saying? And so now they run with that J, and they want you to subside with it, be relaxed with it. When you don't, when you dealing with Hebrew, you don't use J's in your name, right? So what we got to do, if we're using J, we have to come behind it, so called, to bring them out of it. You see what I'm saying? Right. It don't mean nothing. Everything they doing means something. Everything they doing means something. See, they look further down the road. We don't look that far down the road. You know what I'm saying? When they plan when they plan to take his identity, that did major damage to us. But it don't matter. It don't make no difference. Black folks don't care what color he is, but white folks do, because they look way down the road. They know how much damage it's gonna do. So we don't see that far. Even when you use the word J, it's for a reason with them. Right? Even with the dollar bill, these little symbols, everything they use is for a reason. You see what I'm saying? And when you catch a fish, you catch a fish with what? With a J hook. You see what I'm saying?
God.
And what fish did they catch? They fishing. They fishing for you. You need to be fishing for your people.
The letter L wasn't even invented when he walked the earth.
Son,
Or no.
15 or 16.
15.
When he walked the earth, the letter J wasn't even invented.
What he thought of.
Right, come.
You found it out?
Yeah, I got it.
I got the, we about to go into, like I say, it's actually a violation. And then, like the day when the Messiah walked the earth, they was telling our people that, you know, the Pharisees, we got to stop them from using this name.
Right.
Because if you remember, the Messiah say, my people have forgotten my name. So that got to let you know, if we saying, as the world even calls Jesus, if we forgot his name, we can't forget that. Because we using that. So that can't be his name. If he say, my people will forget my name, You know what I mean? So that can't be his name. Give us what you got, huh?
Exodus chapter 23, verse 13.
Exodus 23:13.
God.
Kyle.
And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth.
So
That's it.
It's a violation, basically, for us to even be saying that. Because when you say, you recognize seed dribbling. No matter what people say, when you say that, if you pull it up on the internet, that's going to come up. So that's actually a violation, which is a sin to be saying. In all honesty.
It's more like we need to meet them where they at. Well, if I say, how shall I die for our sins? They know where we at. You see what I'm saying? They know that there must be Jesus. As far as they concerned, he must mean Jesus. If I'm a Christian, a person on the street, and I say, "How shall I die for our sins? And how shall I walk on the water?" That must be Jesus. Is you talking about the Jesus? You see what I'm saying? So called. You know what I'm saying? In order to bring the fish out, you got to pull them. You can't leave them in there and then have the hook on them and just leave them in there. You got to pull them out. You see what I'm saying? Okay.
So let me jump on that with you. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 9. Let's start at verse 18.
First Corinthians chapter 9, verse 18.
Bring it out.
What is my reward then? Verily that, when I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Christ without charge, that I abuse not my power in the gospel. Verse 19. For though I be free from all men, yet I make myself servant unto all.
Right, that's what the brother is saying. Is literally you have to, meet them where they at. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself a servant, even amongst the children of Israel that don't even know who they are.
That I might gain the more.
All right, so now we might get them to come in, right? Read.
Verse 20. And unto the Jews I became as a Jew, that I might gain the Jews. To them that are under the law, as under the law, that I might gain them that are under the law.
Right, so because we understand that we had a set of Israelites that knew about the law, you know what I'm saying, but they wasn't performing it in the correct manner. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 21. To them that are without to them that are without law, as without law, being not without law to God, but under the law to Christ, that I might gain them that are without law.
Right, so he's literally, of course, we know that Paul was sent to the northern kingdom. You know what I'm saying? To literally preach that to them, right? So he's just making a difference. Like, hey, I came to reach both sides. You know what I'm saying? To literally gain them, right? Read on.
Verse 22. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak.
Right, so because, hey, if people are weak in the spirit, they weak in the flesh, hey, he had to become just like that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Just say, for instance, you see a homeless man, and you like, man, I know what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I've been there before. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, this is how you get out of this state. All right? Go ahead.
I obeyed all things to all men, that I might be by all means save some.
Right? You have to become just like everybody. You know what I'm saying? And Paul was perfect at it. Why? Because Paul, he grew up as the master of the law, right? He knew the law, and he was also putting our people to death. Why? Because he didn't have that understanding of Yahweh, right? But once he got that understanding of Yahweh, he got knocked up. He got knocked off that horse. You know what I'm saying? He had to come down. He had to be down. He was brought down low.
Right.
So this is how Paul knew. He knew what it meant to be weak at a point in time. He knew what it meant to be blind and not being able to see. You see what I'm saying? So you have to, hey, bring it down the notch, like the brother was just saying. Bring it down the notch. Become like them. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we got to take it, hey, one step at a time, man. One step at a time.
So like you say, blind. another parable, not physically blind, blind without the word.
Understand.
Okay, okay, where we at? Matthews.
Yes, slide.
Matthews,
I wanted to add to this Matthew too.
Okay, what?
13:25.
Somebody read 13:25 for him?
And then grab, we're gonna go back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4.
Go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4.
I'm on Matthew right now.
Okay, Wisdom of Solomon, 4.
When you
4 and 5.
4 and 5. Okay.
You said 13:25 for Matthew.
But while men sleep, his enemy come and sow terror amongst the wheat. And with his way, and win his way. But when the blade
That's
was
it, that's it.
okay.
All right, so the tares amongst the wheat, right? Let's see what happened to these tares, right? Go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, and start at verse 5.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 5. And everybody there say, come.
Yeah.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 5. And it reads as this: the imperfect branches shall be broken off, but their fruit unprofitable, not right to eat. Ye meat for nothing.
Right, that's what's gonna happen to the tares. Ultimately, this is their judgment. Their imperfect branch, they're gonna be broken off, right?
Wow.
Read the next one.
Verse 6. For the children begotten of unlawful beds are witnesses of the wicked against their parents in their tribe.
Right,
Wow.
so think about our forefathers that done wickedly.
Wow.
Hey, you don't want your parents to be tares, because you're gonna be children of their unlawful beds.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And you are witnesses against your parents, what? By your actions. So if you growing up as a child from a tear family, hey, guess what? Hey, you better learn these commandments. I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? And
That's heavy.
and come back to the side of being on the wheat, man.
I just honored, and I just honored to be doing like it says in James 1 verse 22.
I can say I've been a Baptist all my life because your father was a Baptist.
Right.
He was a Baptist preacher.
That's what they said.
Yeah, yeah.
My grandparents good enough for me.
And, you know, and what they don't realize is that well, my daddy died as a Muslim, so I'm gonna die as a Muslim because that's how much I love my daddy.
Mhm.
But if you become an Israelite and you make it to the kingdom and you have a child, you bring your daddy back. You gonna die with your daddy or you gonna save your daddy? You see what I'm saying? You're gonna, you know, if my son died, then I got a chance to save him only through this way. That's the only answer. Ain't no other answer. This gives you every answer how to bring them back. Hold on, Jesus rose. How shall rose him from the dead, right? And so when they get burnt in eternal fire, and then you get a wife in the kingdom, and your child is bringing them back from the dead. He giving us every. That's why he say, "What I do, you're gonna be able to do more." Why? Because your house side ain't lose no kids through sex and on the earth. We did, so we're gonna bring them back more. That's what he's talking about. Not that we're gonna raise the blind up more, because we ain't, we didn't, and we can't. But he said we're gonna be able to do more, right? That's the more he's talking about.
About regeneration.
The regeneration.
But that's what, I mean, that's what I asked about that though too. You said that this, I mean, like you sound like the ones that worship the beast and think you can take Marcus' name for that. What about them?
What's that? Say it again.
What about those that worship the beast and his image and receive the mark of his name? No, like take the mark of the beast, whatever. I mean, y'all know you can repent from it.
Yeah.
But why does it say like in 14 verse 11 in Revelation, and the smoke and torment ascended up forever and ever. They had no rest day nor night for those that worship the beast, his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name. And they're gonna be getting put to death right in front of the Most High God, outside, and the holy angels.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. But like say for instance, your father died being a Baptist, and like my grandmother, she died being a Baptist. She never knew about Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of our like Israelites is almost like it's 10 years new almost because it wasn't that abroad. So people was dying as Muslims and Christians, and now Israelites are becoming. Like I say, when the truth go around the world, then the end will come. Christianity went around the world 100 times. Israel, Muhammad went around the world 1,000 times.
Yeah. God.
We the only one that went around the world completely one time. And so this is the truth. And so now when the truth go around the world, then the end will come. And so yeah, we can bring back those, but I don't know about like worshiping devils and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah.
So I'm admit, man, the same David Jr., man, a lot of people didn't know he was a Satanist. That way too.
Yeah.
What's it, son David Jr.?
The Seventh Day Adventist.
Scripture.
Yeah.
What scripture?
No, I said
He said Sammy Davis.
Go to Seventh Day
The
Adventist.
scripture we said the first, the initial
Oh,
scripture.
Revelation 14, you said?
Yeah.
And then actually,
Where it say all Israel should be saved? So when you say all Israel should be saved, when they go see when they go back, like when we draft them back into the kingdom through sex with our wives, when they come back in the kingdom, they're gonna be new. They gonna die in the fire. They don't get that death. And that's and they paid for it. That's their payment. Now all Israel should be saved means that they died in the second death, the lake of fire. Once you die in the lake of fire in the new, then it's over for you. So all that you did has been purged away. And now when it says that all Israel should be saved, it's drafting our kinfolks back to the kingdom.
Salaki, when it says worship, I take the ones who still worship the image of Cedar Borgia.
yeah,
They ain't changed. That's what say when he come. If you hold him, when that destruction come, when the chariots start, oh Lord Jesus, save me. When you over there wishing for Cedar Borgia to help you, he ain't the one coming. You still worshiping to say that image. That image ain't went away. You know what I mean? A lot of us, when that day come, some of our people who ain't in this truth, they're gonna be worshiping the so-called white man.
That's the mark of the
oh,
beast.
no, I already know your house shot gonna kill them. Bro,
He gonna clean up his own house first.
right.
Just like I always tell people, I can't tell you to cut your grass if my grass that high, right? What you gonna take, man? Take care of your own business.
Right.
So he gonna clean up his house first.
That's
I think that's worshiping the beast. The same one of us, the 2/3 that ain't coming to get on this ride.
It's like he
I'm
told
a
me.
man say you gotta go, gotta go.
It's like he told Hezekiah in in Isaiah chapter 37 or 38, if I'm right.
Done.
Like he told him to get his house in order because he about to die. It's like y'all, we gonna get his house. We got the only problem, the only thing he needs, Yahweh ain't never dying.
Because in verse 8 it say Babylon is falling. It's the Babylon.
Right.
So I tell you this, these two, when America is falling, the same ones gonna be, oh, white Jesus come to save you. He ain't coming. White Jesus ain't coming to save you.
Oh no, he ain't.
Go ahead, grandson.
White Jesus got he got a bunker. White Jesus got a bunker hat, man.
Let's get Amos 9 and verse 8.
Amos 9 and 8.
Yep. And this is going off of what brothers were saying, as far as like judgment is going to be starting at our house.
Yeah.
It's going to be here first. And we're going to read down to verse 10 too.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 9, starting at verse 8.
Bring it out.
Behold, the eyes of the Lord, Salaki. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord.
So right there, that sinful nation, that sinful kingdom is the house of Israel.
Right.
His eyes is only on us. So to hell with these other nations, they can't be saved.
Right.
Because he has to judge us first before he can even get to them. Just like the brother was saying, how can I worry about somebody else's grass if my grass over here is messed up? If these tares are inside these wheats, how I gotta sift through these tares. I mean through this wheat to get the righteous people, right? Read verse 8.
Verse 9.
Verse 9.
Verse 9, so like it.
For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
You see that? We scattered among all these nations. He has to go into these nations and sift them. Meaning he got to go pick through the crops. He got to go get these crops and sift them. Just like whenever you get a chance, watch a video about a farmer sifting through his corn. All right, read.
Like as corn is sifted in the sea, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
You see that? The fruit, all the wheat's gonna fall out. The ones that's not fruitful, like we read in what was that? Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 5? All they gonna fall out. But the ones that's fruitful and that have a seed, they're gonna stay in that sift. Right? Because he's gonna take that into the storehouse. Keep going.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
All the sinners, the ones that decided to worship the beast, the one that decided to say, you know what, I don't want to keep the commandments, the one that's still believe in the rock, still believe in Jesus Christ, the white man, that believe in the system, period. All the sinners, when that time comes, you can't just say, Lord, forgive me. When it happens, it's too late. Like it says in Revelation, if you're just, stay just. If you're unjust, stay unjust. Because you're going to get your judgment on that day, right? Read it from the top again.
All the sinners of my people shall
go quick, Slucky.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
And this is what the brother was saying earlier. Yahushua's coming with a sword, not to nitrous. He here to chop your head off. If you ain't rocking with him, if you ain't about his laws and his father's business, he here to cut your head off. Right, read.
The evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
All right. And I'm gonna land right there. So the basic, what the brothers bringing up about the wheat and tares, this is a good conversation and a good lesson, King. Our people need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? If you're not about the Father's business, you're not about keeping the commandments, you're not about striving to be perfect or be perfected in Christ, bro, you got to get out of here.
Salaki, it's just like you say. What happens when we go to the fruit and you searching for the apples? If a bruised apple, I don't want it.
Yeah.
What happened when you cooking, what's that, black eyed peas? You pick out the bad ones. That's the same thing the Most High don't do. He don't want that whole part. This one ain't work. He gonna get rid of you.
He gonna get rid of you.
Like you say with the grass, what happens when you growing crops and there's a weed? You don't leave that weed, do you? Because if you don't cut it off, guess what happens? Sprays.
Spread out.
You'll have one weed, you're looking to be 3. You're looking to be 5.
And
You look up the whole yard before weeds.
and it smothers the good food.
There you go. There you go. So I yield on that.
And then for your weed heads, when the bud grows got too much seeds in it, well, you sell that for less. So now you be like, oh, I see what he's saying, and now you see what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way they're gonna get it. Okay, where we at now?
Verse 26.
Okay, cool.
And Matthew. All right, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 26.
Bring it up.
But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field?
Right, and so he was like, did not I sow good seeds in thy field? Right, and go on.
From whence then hath it tares?
Well, where in the hell these tares come from? Right.
Salaki, them the ones that literally come up like, hey, Lord, didn't I serve you? Didn't I cast out many devils in your name? Like I was here the whole time.
Right.
The tares coming out with the wheat. They see the righteous getting ready to be saved.
Yeah.
They coming up, hey, what about me?
From nowhere. Right.
I know it's crazy about that.
Raised all the hell on their life.
When you read that, it's always, did I do that? And Father, did I do that? Like, no.
I don't buy out.
Then I give to the poor, that was begging for food. Then I give to that white man that had to sign up. You don't even know who to give to.
That's own people.
It's like Job, man, pretty much you trying to justify your own righteousness. You're not allowing the Most High to justify you for your actions.
Comes. That's heavy. Okay, read that one more time.
Verse 27. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field?
Right, and so did I not thou sow good seed in thy field? Did I not thou do good, right? Unto what I was, and what I planted. All right, go ahead.
From whence then have it tares?
So where did this weeds come from? Give me Maccabees, Second Maccabees 6:6. So we're gonna show you where these weeds come from. And give me Psalms 37:14. Okay, so now you know where they come from.
Which, oh, go ahead, I get some, you said Psalms, right?
Psalms 37:14. First Maccabees 11. I mean 1 and 11. No.
You on second, 6 and 6. First, let me look.
Yeah. You got Psalms 37:14. Okay, come. All right, go ahead.
Six,
Oh, no, go ahead, go ahead.
which one you want?
Second Maccabees.
Second Maccabees chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts.
Okay, so this is where these tares come from, right? Because right now today, there's nothing new under the sun. Do we keep the Sabbath day? No, they don't keep the Sabbath day. Right? Yeah, we do, right? But we had to figure it out, and now we do. Why? Because we was among the tares. We was what? We was serving the Sabbath day like they were. So we had to figure it out. Why? Because what's going on here now? Go ahead.
Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
And we were 6, 8, 10, 14, 15 years old. We weren't confessing ourselves to be a Jew. You see what I'm saying? We don't know about it. Why? We was among the tares. We grew up tared. Right. You see what I'm saying? We grew up in the tares. Our mother, grandmothers, they grew up in the tares. Go ahead. And look how long this seed was planted. Look how long this weed was planted. This weed here was planted years ago, thousands. And look how long it lasts. That's why when they written that book, Jim Crow, he said, if you go by this here, you should be able to rule them forever. Especially them niggas.
So like, I'm glad you said this. I want to say that, well, a lot of our people should be asking, why don't they celebrate? I'm going to tell you why you don't celebrate. The same way your name was Jones, Thomas, or Smith. Your master beat it into you. When you when you kept something, he beat it in, or he even killed you. The same way, what's the roots? What's your name, boy? The same thing.
Right.
These things were beat into our people. And we just don't, okay, well, my great mothers celebrated Christmas. Well, they did it. And we just keep following the same suits.
Yeah.
So, like you say, what's the Jim Crow or whatever?
Yeah, Jim Crow.
Those things are beaten into us. You know what I mean? And we just, it's implanted in our head, and we just, for some reason, a lot of our people, we just go with the flow. We don't ask questions to nothing. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, we could put the blueprint of what happened to us right here in front of us. Oh, and guess what we say? That was a long time ago. There you go. Yeah, that was a long time ago. But that's that mindset we got to get out of.
The way what they used to say, hey, we'll put the fear of God on. How did they put the fear of Jesus into it? By murder and by demons. So, hey, that was the fear of their God. And so if we feared them, we didn't fear their God because we knew our God. but we fear what would be done to us.
Right, right. They beat the Maccabee spirit out of us. You know what I'm saying? They beat the Maccabee spirit out of us. You
You
know.
know, think how they did it back then. You talking about somebody getting both their arms tied to a horse. And you talking about a kid seeing that.
Yeah.
That's gonna play on you mentally.
Right, right.
You first need
Gonna go tell a little kid, see what happened to your daddy?
Right. This is our God. See what happened to your daddy? This is our new God.
That's what it is.
I ain't gonna talk about the worst part, but they set up there, stretched out the man. Like you said though, except they did something a little different this time. They just say that the slave master went somewhere where he wasn't supposed to have went. And I told you they ain't did in front of the children half the time.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're saying.
That's psychology. Once how they say they take the biggest, strongest one of us, not only breed us, but if they did that to him, what they gonna do to me?
Right. Or to your child.
And you gotta think, on the plantation, it may be 40 slaves, but there's only 4 of them. 4 of them are handling 40 people.
Sometimes
That can't be done physically. That's got to be done mentally. It's got to be done mentally. Even like today, they got us going 18 different ways. That ain't physically, that's mental.
Yeah, the Maccabee spirit has to be gone in order to be able to do that. The Maccabee spirit has to be gone.
We'll go against each other
That's what
before we go against the white man.
That's what I was getting ready to say. The 18 ways that we're going against them, going against ourselves, but not against them. See, we go the way they want us to go, but we got to get them to go against each other. These 18 different ways, we keep them off balance. We keep them off balance.
Physically, drunk, financially,
Con,
they'll put one of us in high esteem for money.
con.
A lot of us, some of our people sell out the rest of us for money. And that's what the man do. Okay, now you can deal with what I did, but you fall out of line one time, I take it all from you.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So he's showing you ain't no different than them. I just put you up there for that one time.
Right.
Now I don't need you no more, boy.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like I say, that's mental for us. It ain't like we always say, this ain't a physical fight. It's a spiritual and mental fight.
Hey, well, I
That's
guess,
how we get out these chains.
right. And see, one thing about it, when you're a good slave, like, you know, when you're a good slave, and you start to hate your people, and the master like this nigger, he doing such a good job that he hates these people more than I do.
Bring them to the way, the big house.
Yeah, I'll get jealous of him. Let me lock him up. You hate them more than I do. Let me lock you up.
What's the matter, boss? We say, we got a nice house. We got a nice house.
All the other tribes swing folks, the Jew, once Judah rises up, game over.
And when Maccabee come back to the Maccabee come through. It's the rap. Judas Mac. Once Judas Mac get back in us,
Esau going to work. All his power to stop that.
It's not gonna work, because guess what? All you gotta do is, all this technology is to kill the right person. And when they kill that right person, and people gonna be like, you know what, man, I done had enough of this. There ain't gonna be no marching the streets, there ain't gonna be no more calling police.
God.
Oh, that's gonna be a wreck. They gonna be out there killing, all people be out there killing the police.
yeah.
Anybody else that sides with it?
Right, yeah. Who is?
First Maccabees, still on 11.
Oh yeah. Where we at? What was the
Right, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
Stop.
Verse, 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 7.
Okay.
And in the day of the king's birth, every month, they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices.
Okay. So we had to eat pork nuts, chitlins. So we had to eat all this stuff, right? Because it's not gonna hurt them. But we have to eat it. They need us to eat this. Okay. And we was never supposed to eat stuff like that. But they made sure we eat it.
Right, yeah.
They ain't worried about the Chinese, they're gonna eat it anyway. They ain't worried about The Arabs not gonna eat it. They don't even care about them not eating it. They need us to eat it. Go ahead.
And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus,
Right. So when the feast was kept, when they start eating it, because they kept it, so they did start eating it. Go ahead.
carrying ivy. You want? Moreover, there went out a decree
So there went out a word. Go ahead.
to the neighboring cities
So
of the heathen.
every city, when you see these niggers come around your city, right? Go ahead.
By the suggestion of Ptolemy,
Ptolemy was the king. And around every city, this is the word going out, letters and everything. Go ahead.
against the Jews,
And this letters against the niggers.
that they should observe, that they should observe the same fashions.
That if you don't see that if you see these people not dressed like dressed with them fringes on and here in your city, you better tell them. So all y'all snitches, when you see these niggers, make sure they look like niggers. Go ahead.
And be partakers of their sacrifices.
And y'all can feed them. Make sure you let them taste that pig meat that y'all eat too. And if they don't want to taste it, then you let me know and point them out. Go ahead.
And also, and whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles,
Whoever got that Maccabee spirit in them, that fight in them, and don't want to do what I tell them, go ahead,
should be put to death.
should be put to death.
Then might a man have seen the present misery.
Now we have lived and inherited this present misery. Matter of fact, we inherit this present misery so well that they don't eat it no more, and we still eat chitlins
And brag about it.
and brag about it.
Man, you brag about eating shit.
Untested.
Posting it all on social media. A plate full of shit. And you love it.
Bad, man. Bad.
I do want to ask some of you said this heavy, King. They was told that if you see the Jews practicing their ways and not dealing in the sacrifice and the customs of the Gentiles, tell on them we're gonna put them to death. Yo, that's just like today.
Yeah.
We not gonna be celebrating Thanksgiving. We're gonna be out street teaching against Thanksgiving.
God.
Right.
They're gonna some of our family members gonna point, hey, well, did he keep Christmas? Did he keep Thanksgiving? Did he vote?
Right.
God.
All right.
Right. Yeah.
They're gonna be pointing at us and saying, no, you see them dudes over there with them things on their shirts? That's them.
It's them.
And the judgment is gonna come on us. So what you bringing out, bro, it's heavy.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I like to say, just said how family members do say things, but they say, I don't follow the white man. Who gave Thanksgiving?
God.
Who gave you the vote? You follow the white man, you just so tricked you don't know it. I mean, the white man tell you when you can celebrate, when you can do it. But you say, I don't follow the white, you follow him to a T. Anything he tell you, today, this your day off today, I'm telling you. Thanksgiving, you doing it. So when they say this the white man's book, ain't that the white man's holiday?
White man, like you say, he tell you, hey, eat turkey on this day.
You know what I mean?
So much so, like your pops will say, like, hey, he program, it's almost programmed for you to only eat turkey on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Really, man, when I was a kid growing up, man, outside of Thanksgiving, we ain't had turkey or dressing. Neither one. We had, of course, we had the mac and cheese for sure. But it wasn't no turkey or dressing with no cranberry sauce.
No
Only
food
on
potato.
Thanksgiving.
What's that? Thanksgiving. Oh, it's a time for us to get together. We can get together November 2nd. Why we got to do it consistent?
We get together on New Moon.
There you go. But it's programming our people. This is the only time Thanksgiving, that's for us to get together. I tried to tell my kids, I can't get together until October 25th.
We don't call it Thanksgiving, we call it Thanksgiving.
It's hard to find a whole turkey until around Thanksgiving time.
Yeah, you
You
keep it off.
don't see them in the markets, during the rest of the year, but around Thanksgiving time, you'll find a whole turkey anywhere. Yeah, but you know,
Hey, but the thing is, that's just another trick. They got
Right,
they sell turkey wings.
yeah, it's your turkey wing, but I'm talking about a whole turkey.
Yeah.
How many times you go to the market and you see a whole turkey,
It's
in the summer?
It's advertised.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
go.
I tried
Go
it.
there into the
That
city.
big processed bird, kill him,
Yeah.
full of all the injections. Yeah, go ahead, look this boy up. Yeah.
I was trying to find a whole turkey this summer and cook or eat.
Yeah.
After I could not find one. That's
Yeah.
right.
It's advertisement, man. They literally do it on purpose.
Yeah.
So, and this is why our people are programmed the way that they. This is why you only have turkey on Thanksgiving.
Right.
Thanks, Kelly.
Because of that.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks, like, not to take away from the conversation or your lesson, King.
No, you good.
When y'all get a chance, it's a documentary on Netflix about how Amazon and all these different companies use data to kind of brainwash us to buy certain things. It goes to what you just saying. They hold on to these turkeys, the whole turkeys, but they give us like turkey meat, turkey legs, and all these different things. But soon as it's the season of Thanksgiving, they put it all on the shelf.
But the big boys.
Yeah, they put it next to the peanut oil.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Is that show called Buy?
I think it.
Yeah, Buy.
I think it's
I was
called Buy.
watching some. I started to watch some of it, but it just got so uninterested.
Yeah, when you sit down and watch it, man, and people they saying they literally using our phone, all the data, the things that we look at, we on YouTube, and they literally using that to sell it to us. We don't even. It's like little subtle things that they do, and next thing you know, you want to buy it.
Yeah, right.
Like, man, I don't want to do that. I don't mess with that stuff, but I want to get it.
Right, and they can use against you because I don't, on my bill day, something on my telephone, if I don't pay that bill on the 27th, they won't shut my phone off. They shut YouTube off because they know I'm looking at YouTube all the time. They won't shut the phone totally off, but I can't get YouTube.
Right.
Say, wait a minute, my phone down. Why my phone is working, but YouTube ain't coming on? And I had to figure it out. They shut it off to make me pay my bill,
Yeah,
so I can get it.
Yeah, it's not the YouTube. It's the data.
Well,
The
yeah,
internet.
well, the internet, yeah, right.
Yeah, they slow it all the way up.
Well, yeah,
It's literally cars on the.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? They slow it all the way up, and even your cars be jacked up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, some come there. Sometimes you don't
Okay.
just then you go down to Texas.
All right, yeah, I'd figure that out. Say, hey, all the
You
time.
go down to Texas, it's a wrap. Yeah. Okay, where we at? Yeah.
We just finished. You want me to go with verse 10?
No, we good on that.
And 37.
Psalms 37:14.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
Right there, say come.
Sounds what?
37 and 14.
Done.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 14, and it reads as this: the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and the needy, and to slay such as be the upright conversation.
Okay, and so now the wicked, his plan is to slay us, right? All right. Okay, so that's what that's what the tares come to do, Shalaki. And so the tares has come to slay us. Read that one more time.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 14. It reads as this: the wicked have drawn out the sword.
Right, and so the tares, once they be part of us, so part of us that you can have my woman, I can have your woman. We, everybody the same. We bleed the same. Once they put that seed in our head, then comes out this, because there's always a group that don't mind hanging you, but the ones that don't want to go that deep, they don't try to stop those who going that deep. Oh man, I like white people. Well, if you like white people, start killing your people that's trying to kill me. Like me like that. No, they don't like you like that. The other people that's trying to kill you, well, we have nothing to do with them. Why you need you to do something with them if you love them. You see what I'm saying? No, we don't love you like that. We need them to stay where they at so we can stay where we at. There's a good cop, bad cop. That's how they play that. You got to have a good white boy and a bad white boy. When all of them bad. You need the good one to stay close to you. You see what I'm saying? You need the good heathens to stay close to you. Now I'm just gonna stop saying white, just the heathens, because the Chinese, Arabs, all of them same. Okay, go ahead, keep going.
Verse 15. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken.
Right. And so their bows shall be broken. Why? Because when that new comes, it's only going to kill them and those who with them. But they don't want that. They need the chosen, and they're never going to get the chosen. Only thing they're going to get is the rejects. You know what a reject is? Something that look like you want it and you really don't. I got two pair of shoes, but the rejects is the one that look like the good shoe. They look like the expensive ones, but they're not. They're the rejects. Right. And so the rejects, right, the $5 Indian, but they're not the real Indians.
Save a lot, right?
They save a lot.
Artists.
Right. And that's like the Jew shits. I mean the Jewish. So you got the Jew shits, and then you got the Jew. You got the rejects, and then you got the reals. And so the Father only want the Jews. He don't want the Jew shits. You know what I'm saying? So keep going.
Verse 17. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken.
Right. And so the arms of the wicked shall be broken. Right. Because this is their destiny. Right. This they here to be destroyed. And that's where it breaks off with Christians. They don't have that balance. They don't have a time to die, a time to live. They don't have a time to plant, a time to pluck up. They don't have a time to love, a time to hate. They don't have that. You see what I'm saying? They have that blindness over them. You know what I'm saying? Why they're being hated, they love them. See what I'm saying? And they can't see God killing nobody. That's how you know this is not their God. Because when you read this scripture, the pastor can't read this scripture. Why? Because he looking for another God to present to them. Right? Read the scripture again. This scripture, they can't understand the scripture. So guess what? When they hear it, it immediately goes away. That's some hell of a witchcraft. You can hear it and you still don't hear it. Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 17. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken.
Right. So the arms of the wicked should be broken. So you ask who could that be? No, if a rapist, all he gotta do is say, Jesus, I love you, and he won't be getting killed. You know, he can make it to the kingdom by the skin of his teeth. But the Father say, I'm gonna kill him, and you too. Go ahead.
But the Lord upholdeth the righteous.
And so, who's the righteous? The ones that keeping the commandments. Keep going.
Verse 18. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever.
Right. So our inheritance. See, what we're supposed to inherit. This is why we keep the commandments. So forever means we are inherited right now. We moving into our inheritance. I'm not gonna step out of my inheritance when I'm moving into it. Because what I'm moving into, eyes have not seen nor ears have heard. I'm moving into these things. And we can't even imagine. I'm moving into that. If I can't imagine, and everything I'm going through, I won't even remember once I get into it, once I cross this inheritance. I won't even I remember this stuff here. I remember the new when I got burnt up. But he telling me I won't even remember. It said I'm gonna see my enemies fall. I'm gonna see them die. Right? I'm gonna see this. But when I get where I'm at, I won't even remember none of that. I want to get there. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 19. They shall not be ashamed the evil time, and in the days of famine they should be satisfied.
Come. So right now, it's famine right now. It's hard right now. See, the Father's putting the squeeze on everybody so tight that if you don't become an Israelite, you're gonna die. He just slowly putting the squeeze on you, just slowly. And if you don't become an Israelite with all this squeeze, you're gonna die. All right, drop that.
And not to become an Israelite because they are Israelites.
Come
To
on.
acknowledge who they are.
To acknowledge. Come on. Come on.
To do the things.
To do the commandments.
God.
Right? To be drafted into these commandments. Okay, what you got, Maccabees?
Going to First Maccabees, y'all. First Maccabees, chapter 1, and starting at verse 11. All right, it reads, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
Okay, so this is what the terrorists this is what the terrorists do, right? They set up pastors, right? Because pastors are good to persuade, right? So the pastors are able to persuade. And so what we got among us, we got tares, right? And what they do, they take grandma away, they take granddaddy, they take children's, right? And so the pastors begins to sow a tear. And they say, let us come among them. Let's build churches around them. All right, go ahead.
Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Right. And so the covenant with the heathen that's around about us, the heathen's gonna give us the buildings, and the heathen's gonna teach us what to say to our people. Right. So that's the covenant. They made a covenant with the heathens. So the covenant with the heathens is to destroy the people that look like you. You're gonna be the head macho, TD Jakes. You gonna have a big church, TD Jakes. I'm gonna set you up and give you everything, and all you gotta do is just say these good things that we need to say. Go ahead.
For since
That's TD Snakes.
Yeah, with TD Snakes, right? And say these things we need you to say. And then when you get through saying it, we're gonna swallow you up. Since you like to swallow, we're gonna swallow you. We like to swallow too.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Right. And so since we have been trying to become Israelites, we had much sorrow. We're going back to make a covenant with the heathens. We're going back to get our churches. We're going back to get these mansions. We're going back to do these things, right? And we're going back to tell y'all, I need y'all to evangelize, and so we need you to pass out these pamphlets with white Jesus on them. These knock on people doors, not but the doors. This is not on Niggard's doors. Don't go to Bloomfield Hills or Rochester Hills. Go to the Niggard's and knock on them doors and get us to them. All right, and that's what you do. They like soldiers on nigger streets, just hunting you. These are war tactics. And the only thing you do, oh, they ain't doing nothing. You sick dogs on them. They trying to kill you. Go ahead.
So this device pleased them well.
Right. So this device pleased them well. Right. So the tares, they grow among they just not growing with us. The way they grow is they grow destruction.
Grow against
They grow against us, next to us, against us, wickedly, right? And then they become more divisive to where, guess what? You become a tater. See, tares make taters. Go ahead.
Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
Right. So now they got license to do this. They went to college and they got degrees to do this. This their license. Their degrees is their license. They got degrees. They sat down in front of the heathens with our forefathers' book to be taught to be deceiving to us. This is a curriculum. This is something that we have to teach back to you to redrain what you know, so you'll never come back to be who you need to be. All right, keep going.
Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen, and
Right.
made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant.
Right, and made themselves uncircumcised. And now the commandments is done away with. You see what I'm saying? Their heart is gone. Go ahead.
And joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief.
And was sold to do mistress. So now, when a man or a lady that's into these things, they see something wrong with you, right? And you know something wrong with them, but they really hate you. They become chocolate covered white folks, right? Chocolate covered Arabs with ties selling bean pies. They get on Arab store, but they'll get a bean pie. Don't get the corner on the street, in the middle of the street, on an icy street with no salt. The salt gonna come when they get hit, then the salt come.
In these days here, who brought that about? Jesse Jackson, when he came up with African
He
American.
killed this one.
So once he come up with that, all the Esau done, they started opening up their churches on Saturdays, giving away free food.
Yeah.
They was bringing us in. They was gathering us. Hey,
Yep.
we do that on there. You go to the gym. What do? They walk around naked in there. What do we do now? We found our men's in there walking around naked with them, most of them.
Yeah.
When we used to cover ourselves up, now we take that towel off and we walk around like they walk. Stand up over a brother with everything shaking in his face, having a conversation with him. We want that. And this is what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jesse Jackson brought a lot of this on.
Yeah.
Because when he changed our name over again, that gave us another system not knowing who we were.
Right.
So now we can go fall right back and get us to fall stay deeper into their beliefs and their religions.
Right. And that's one thing about these heathens. Most time when they get old, they get dealt with.
Yeah.
Because like Eddie Long, Eddie Short.
Yeah.
He was Eddie Long. He Eddie Short. No. The things he did and the way he died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's Jesse Jackson. The things he did to us and the way he's dying.
Right, yeah.
He's
Oh.
saying slow
Slowly
death,
down.
suffering.
He's bad suffering. Right. And the Esau ain't nowhere around for him.
No, he done did all this for Esau,
Right, yeah.
and now he gonna die like a Gentile.
That's right.
Oh well.
What it say? You're gods, but you're gonna die like mans. You're Israelites, but you're gonna die like Gentiles. You see? Okay, so we're done with that. Okay, give me John 4:9. Give me Isaiah 7:8. Give me second Ezra 15 and 20. Okay, you got second.
I'll get second edge.
No,
Yeah.
one thing.
You got John.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. This is the book of John, chapter 4 and verse 9. Everybody there say come. This is the book of John, chapter 4 and verse 9. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, how is that thou being a Jew, asketh drink of me, which I am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with Samaritans. Keep going.
Yeah.
Verse 10, Yahushua answered and said to her, if thou knewest the gift of God, and who is that saith to thee, give me to drink, thou would have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. Verse 11, the woman saith to him, sir, thou hast nothing to draw with me, and the well is deep, from whence then thou hast the living water. Verse 12. Art thou greater than the father? Jacob.
Right. So she went, art thou greater than our father Jacob? So most people think that this is a heathen. But when she say, is that art thou greater than our fathers, right? So her and Yahushua is some kin to each other, right? And how did you know that? By Isaiah 7 and 8, because she's a Samaritan. Go to Isaiah. We say Isaiah 7 and 8.
You want 8 or 9?
No, Isaiah 7 and yeah, just 7 and 8. You can give me 9 too.
Isaiah chapter 7, verse 8. For the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is risen. And within 65 years shall Ephraim be broken,
So she's Ephraim. How you know? Keep going.
that it be not a people.
Right. So she's not their people no more. Right. She's broken off. Good. Keep going.
Verse 9. And the head of Salakia, and the head of Ephraim is Samaria.
Where's she from? She from Samaria. Right. So he's talking to his sister. Right. And so and why they broken off? Because she raised up around the tares. Okay. And how do you know she's raised up around the tares? Because this is what the tares do. Start back where you left off.
This is the book of,
Well, she got 5 minutes, something like that.
you say where?
That's 12. 12. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is what Samaritans do. Why? Because she's been living around the tares.
Oh, you said when she had multiple husbands?
Yeah, go ahead. And so these are the reasons why it was broke. They were separated because one of the 12 tribes they started to become a tear amongst the 12. One of the tribes became a tear among the 11. So what had to be happened? They had to break the tear off. Even though you're a tribe, if you start to adopt the heathens' philosophies and doctrines and ways, then the Father will break yours. Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 4, and verse 16. Yahushua said unto her, Go call thy husband and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahushua said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands.
Wow. So she said she had no husband, and the house I said she had 5 husbands. I'm glad she didn't have 2 because she would have had 20. If 5 is none to her, how much is 2 is? Do you know what I'm saying? This was here.
That's like they say now, that body count. What's your body count?
She can't do math at all. Okay, so what happens? So go ahead, go.
Somebody doing whole activities. And I see a whole answer.
Oh, where you at?
Esdras, second Esdras.
Okay, second address, 10, 15, and 20.
Okay. Yep.
Ezekiel 39 and 23.
39, 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we go into the book of second Esdras, chapter 15, starting at verse number 20. Behold, saith God, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are taken, Salakia.
Oh, Shalaki. I want you to put an illustration on this.
What are you reading right now?
Yeah, what you read right now, I want you to put illustration on that, and then I want you to read second address 895 4. I want you to put illustration on that. Second address 895.
Okay. So I'm gonna start
You can
second Esdras 15, verse 20.
get ready to illustrate that.
Behold, behold, saith God, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another, and repay me the things that they have done to them.
That's heavy.
That's going into everybody who had us. The kings, he talking about all his enemies, the so-called kings. He said he's going to call all these other nations. Come back to me and pay and give not pay, give me back what you stole, what belongs to me. And we'll read that last part over again.
Says to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them.
And who was the them? The them is us. We see that today. What's that? Russia is bombing. What's that country?
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Palestinians at war. We see everybody turn. What do they have coming up now? What's this thing called BRICS? Who was that directed towards? America. You know, but China is basically trying to get Taiwan back. Everybody is going against each other now. So he is basically calling everybody. It's going to be that World War III is almost a miss. And like you say, everything is coming to what he has done. Every nation has had us in a form of slavery.
Yeah.
So that's what he's talking about. The things you have done to my people. You know what I mean? And like, what's this wheat and tares? And what we said in the beginning, this is a parable. Of course, we know the other nations are not kings, but they are in that sort of kings,
Just the Job 9:24.
sort of in that standard.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But he said he gonna call. It's time. I just said it's time to pay the piper. I'm calling y'all all back. The things that I let you get away with, that time is over.
Okay.
Everything you stole, I need all that back
Yeah.
for what you did to my people. And it's time for y'all to go at each other.
Right. So what he's actually saying, since you was a wheat, since you was a tear among my people, I'm gonna bring y'all all together and let y'all tear each other up.
Okay, I'm gonna get Jeremiah 13 verse 15 if I'm right.
Got it, dog.
Got it?
Said Jeremiah 13.
I need you to illustrate.
Jeremiah 13 verse 15 if I'm right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Outside. I got you. 13 and 15.
Illustrate.
15. All right. Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 15.
No. You right there. Let's see.
But I'm gonna have you illustrate some stuff out of this.
Yeah, I'll do it. So, I'll put it up right quick.
Exodus 8, and then first Exodus 9 and 7 as well.
Go ahead.
I'm having somebody to read it for you. So like it.
I said he's looking for it right now. So
Oh, okay, read this for him.
what you need.
What was that, Gabriel? Give him first Exodus 8:93.
I'm already there.
Okay, read that for him.
First Ezra chapter 8, verse 93. Let us make an oath to the Lord that we will put away all our wives, which we have taken of the heathen, with their children. Keep going.
I don't know.
Okay.
Verse 94. Like as thou hast decreed, and as many as do obey the law of the Lord.
So it's just pretty much saying all you brothers that want to have children with these other women right there, and this is something that definitely came past her. You know what I'm saying? When he was going back and they were rededicating the temple, he told them, hey, you can't bring them children that y'all don't have with the heathen in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta send them away. You gotta get them up out of here, right?
That's how the kingdom gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? So it's literally now understand this. It's literally it's not something I will say it's not something that's gonna happen in the kingdom, because that will basically mean, you know, you got a heathen mother and you can't come in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
That won't necessarily be, but this did happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's just all that's going into.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason being is why? Because it says what? These heathen wives, they'll turn you away from serving me.
Tails.
You know what I'm saying?
Come tails to you.
Come.
As Isaiah 13 verse 15.
Sons of Esau will definitely not get in.
They're gonna be in there, right? They're gonna be there.
Yes, sir.
Right.
You said 13 what?
15.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
See what that saying is? If you were married to them, or if you are found in their armies, if you are in their secret societies, if you are joining monsters in the church, these fake religions, you get put through with the sword is coming right through you.
Come.
Because we was called to be set apart, not to coexist with them.
God.
See, that was also a reference to what was brought up in the second Ezra chapter 15, verse 20. If you out there in that war with them, guess what? Your house ain't playing with you. You be like, well, guess what? He gonna look at you as one of them, as a heathen. And he's not gonna play with you. He's just gonna cut you down, and that's it.
Come.
So that's what, man, I hate for anybody, our people that's trying to join these armed forces right now.
Yeah.
Because even like Juan said himself, man, he said, if you go over there, you are not coming back.
Come.
And you know what? I'm starting to see that now. I really am.
Right. Well, you're not coming back because somebody in your own camp gonna kill you.
Especially us.
Yeah, white folks in your own camp, you shoot next to them, they killing us. They're hanging you in North Carolina. And you'll go to war with somebody hanging your people in North Carolina. He gonna kill you.
I'm talking they going over there to that war too.
Yeah.
That World War III.
Yeah.
Hanging up in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Young boy found him on the bridge. Hung to them.
God,
15 years old, playing football. Who gonna hang him?
All right.
But he saw.
Like just imagine both of them got army suits on, and black guy he's shooting back at the Arabs, and then the white guy that would hang him is gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
Salakis, like I read an article this morning. I can't remember exactly what state it was, because I just briefly heard it. But a 4-year-old, I think it was not,
7-year-old.
7-year-old, fourth grade, yeah, got hung
4-year-old.
in school.
What?
Yeah,
That was here in Michigan?
no, that was in Michigan.
Oh,
Oh no, this is Michigan. Well, you already know what be happening right by now.
God.
Yeah,
With a white kid.
yeah, it's a fourth grader,
They went on-
got hung in the school.
He's doing this.
Black people.
This started.
There's 2 black kids?
About
Or it was a white and black?
That part I don't know.
the one that got hung
One
was
that
black.
got hung was black.
Yeah,
Alright, so
What
like,
grade was this out?
fourth grade.
Yeah.
How do you let them go out like that?
No, he was hung in the bathroom.
That's why a grown man did that, man.
Right.
What's a grown man did that?
Still fourth grade.
Fourth grade.
Who's a grown man did that?
Wicked, man.
hey, grab meet Joshua. Joshua's 20,
Grade. How are you in fourth grade?
7,
9.
7, 8 years old. 8 years old. Yeah.
They still don't
Who's a grown man did that?
bathroom. Elementary school, okay,
The
some of
stalls
them.
ain't even that tall.
Yeah, that's not that don't.
But the kids ain't
So he
said
found him in the bathroom with a loose around his neck.
Joshua 23. 23.
Now they didn't say rope or string or nothing like that. They said a noose around his neck.
That's the
Oh, yeah,
road.
that was.
That's a rope. That's a big rope.
Yeah, that's a grown man. Ain't no 4th grader gonna know how to do it.
Right.
That's a grown man.
And then just he ain't going without no screaming or nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Probably gagged him and everything.
Right. Joshua chapter 23, verse 11. Take good heed, therefore, unto yourselves.
Right, that's something that we didn't do. We don't do it today. We don't take good heed for ourselves, right? Read.
That ye love the Lord your God. Else, if ye do in Salakia, else if ye do in any wise go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations, even these that remain among you, and shall make marriages with them, and go unto them, and they to you, know for certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you. But they shall be snares and traps unto you, and scourges in your sides. Salaki, and scourges in your sides, and thorns in your eyes, until ye perish from off this good land, which the Lord your God hath given you.
All right, see that? So this is the reason why we had these things happen. It's because we want them around us so much. Now, guess what? They in our schools. You know what I'm saying? They raising your children. They on the television with all of their people raising your children, teaching them to do all of these different kind of things. And now we have to we go home and we get mad at our children for watching this stuff. It's because of this right here. Our forefathers went back, made marriages with them, had children with them, Did all of these things, lived around them. You know what I'm saying? This is why, read verse 13.
Verse 13. Know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations.
It's a certainty. It happened. It's right in front of our face till today.
That's heavy right there.
All right, read.
From before you, but they shall be snares and traps unto you.
That's heavy.
See that? They snares and traps. You can't get away from it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't get away from old Esau. Not until your house shall come. All right, go ahead.
And scourges in your sides, and thorns in your eyes, until ye perish from off this good land which the Lord your God hath given you.
All right, read the next.
Verse 14. And behold, this day I am going the way of all the earth.
Okay, it's a witness. He's making everybody understand, right? Read.
And ye know in all your hearts and in all your souls that not one thing has failed of all the good things which the Lord your God spake concerning you.
Nothing. Nothing that he said. All of the good things he said will happen. And you know it happened, right? Read.
All are come to pass unto you, and not one thing hath failed thereof.
All right, keep going.
15. Therefore it shall come to pass that all good, that as all good things are come upon you,
So just like all of the good things happen unto you, right? Read.
which the Lord your God promised you, so shall the Lord bring upon you all evil things.
See that?
Wow.
And all these things has come upon us. It happened, right? Read.
Until he have destroyed you from off this good land which the Lord your God hath given you.
Right? Until he make you tails upon this land. Right? That's what it is, man.
That's what it is. That's heavy right there.
I'm gonna ride off that. Let's go back to Matthew 13. Let's go to 38. Just kind of gonna go into what you said too. I'm gonna ride off what you said, but it's about that revelations you see.
You want to say something, sis?
No, I was about to say that we can't get away from them more so that they're starting to come back to the inner cities where we're at.
Right. They're getting a deep integration.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know
I
why?
see them more and more.
Because they start to realize that the far away they get from us, them tornadoes get to tear their butt up. Now they trying to come back
to us.
Yeah, we can't get too far away from them. Even though we don't like these niggers.
I like to say that, sis. I seen one of them jogging in the Brewsters like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
15 years ago, that never would have happened.
Man.
No. Never.
5 years ago, that wouldn't have never happened.
Well, they start coming back now. I'm glad to hear that.
Jogging in the Brewsters too.
Yeah. They cleaning that up. They clean. Oh, that's the thing. No, downtown, no worries too.
Like God, I was just telling them on the way here. I was talking to my grandma. Grandma, she grew up. She was like Ferndale. What Ferndale is now, you see majority Edomites. You know what I'm saying? She was like Mac and Bewick. We know what Mac and Bewick look like. She's like it wasn't nothing but white people over there. Back in her day, she was growing up. None but Edomites over there. So they understand now. Like even Mac and Bewick right now, they understand right now. Anytime we have any storms. You know what I'm saying? Anytime floods happen, it hit their neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? We get the little after effects, but they don't affect our neighborhood that much. You know what I'm saying? This is why they want to come back and they want to try and take over and try to literally build it like they're doing. Like they're trying to build up downtown. You know what I'm saying? They letting the Lions win, no pun intended. They letting the Lions win to try to get the Edomites to come back downtown. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you gotta realize that Esau, they understand what they gave up. If they didn't want to be around us so bad, they like, we gonna put these niggas in the hood, we gonna make these projects around the whole city. We're gonna let these niggas kill each other.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna take over. Not knowing that, hey, Israelites, man, we get down. We had children, after children after children. This is why we had our young women, you know what I'm saying? They having children 13, 14 years old. I mean, because we always done it.
We always done it.
We always done it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It was more responsible, done more responsibly, way back in the day. but it is something that always happens.
Always.
And they try to make us look at it as a shameful thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, it is shameful to not have knowledge and understanding, then call yourself having a baby. That's the shameful part of it, not the fact that you're 13, 14 years old.
Used to be like that down south for a while ago, you know what I mean? Long time.
I got what's going on.
Yeah, 13 to 38.
Because if it was shameful, the Most High wouldn't have programmed it to be like that. For the females to have menstruations at 9, 10, 11 years old. You know.
I'm sorry, y'all, but man, I could see if I had a daughter, man, I could see her having a child at no 13, 14 years old.
That's that westernized mindset.
No, I know, and I get it. And I get it. That's not what that mindset was. I said, man, it's like, man, I don't know, because like, man, to me, I mean, yeah, in this society, man, I can't see a child having a child. Especially with these knucklehead dudes out here too.
I was gonna say that, but my grandmother started having kids at 16,
Mhm.
but the father was 17, and y'all stayed together. You see, you thinking of now somebody getting pregnant and the man ain't nowhere around. They wasn't having that back then.
Yeah.
You gonna take care of your responsibility.
Right.
I don't care what you gotta do. You can work 8 jobs for all I care. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't
Go ahead,
going
sis.
God. And even today in the westernized culture, to have a baby at 25, that's considered old.
Right, yeah, yeah.
That's considered old. I work in labor and delivery. That's considered old. You past your prime.
I'm gonna answer that. We got somebody we know, the sister was like 40 with no kids. And I'm gonna tell you how I westernized mine. I was like, something wrong with her. And you know, actually something wrong with me, but then she broke it down. I'm waiting to have a child with the right person. You know what I mean? Just like you say, sometimes when we run into women, we like, oh, I'm 35 and I have a kid. The first thing you can think, because we so programmed, thinking everybody had kids, what's the matter with her? Something got to be wrong with her. So like you say, we got to change our mindset about the whole thing. See, our minds ain't right. Go ahead.
I'll be honest with you. I had a great auntie a long time ago. She had her first child when she was 41 years old. I'm like she waits so late. Now, I understand, like me, I've had this thing about having a child forever, but at the same time, having it too late in your 40s. No, man, that's when your body really started to like, almost body really started to like go down all of a sudden. And I feel right now, I got 2 cousins right now, 44 years old. One male, the first cousin, one male, one female, ain't got no kids yet. I'm like, man, y'all might as well not even have none. It's too late.
Really.
So like not so much as the men, but for the women.
Yeah, I
Yes.
was gonna say that. Yeah.
You know, because then you run the risk of the babies being deformed and having Down syndromes and things of that sort the older you get.
That's because of the curses though.
Kind.
God.
That's the curses that they still on us. They're not going
Kind.
anywhere, you know.
Yeah, because Sarah had eyes of what? She was 90, 97.
Them are the curses. It's not that you can't have them. It's
Right.
the curse.
Well, I'm talking about the time. Kind.
Yeah, go ahead. We gonna
38, right?
Kind
Chapter 13, verse 38. The field is the world, and the good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one.
So we know what the field is, the field of the world. And the children of the kingdom, we already know who that is, and the wicked one. Go ahead, finish that out loud.
Verse 39. The enemy that soweth them is the devil.
The ones that had us in so-called slavery, what are they? Plus that scripture, the so-called Jews are the devil. It's the devil. Go ahead, finish it out loud.
The harvest is the end of the world.
When they time is demise, that's going to be the end of the world. Like you said, 14, in Revelation you was going to. When they time for them to get destroyed, it's going to be the end of the world. As they know, keep going up.
And the reapers are the angels. Verse 40. As therefore the tares are gathered and burnt in the fire.
We know what that fire is. That's that nuclear fire. Go ahead,
So shall it be in the end of this world.
41.
The Son of Man shall send forth his angels,
Some angels coming to pick us up on the chariots. Go ahead.
and they shall gather out of the kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity.
That's what you was going in. If they ain't changed that mindset, they under that iniquity. When those chariots come, I say either you with us or you against us. Ain't no in between. So if you worshiping all those things, the beast, the sign of the beast, ain't no coming back from that. You know what I'm saying? It's one way, and that's the only way. Ain't no other way.
Right.
There is no other way. Ain't no excuses. Oh, I meant to do it. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. No, today is that time. Like you say, right there, like we brought up that scripture. When some chariots come, that's it. You say that fire, that nuclear fire coming, and all this is all talking about that world destruction.
Yeah, come, man, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's what you say. A bit more meat on that bone. Go ahead, finish it up.
42. And it shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Now, who want that? If you ain't on the chariots, wailing, gashing the teeth. You know what I mean? Who want that?
Right.
And like you said, the pastor ain't gonna read this in church because he got to explain that. He got to explain that. You know what I'm saying? And if you heard that fire gas in the teeth, the first thing that you would be saying in your mind, shit, I don't want that to be me. What I got to do to get right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good. Give me Isaiah 50. No, stay where you at. I want some more of that. Yeah, but not yet though. Give me Isaiah 66:15. Read that.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the war, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Right. So this torment is really meant for Esau and chocolate covered Esau. Well, that's what this torment is meant for, right? Because if you have become a tear, then when the fight get through with you, you're gonna be right, right? Give me 39 and then jump to 31.
Okay. 39.
No, 39 then jump to 41.
Got you. Matthew chapter 13, verse 39. The enemy that soweth them is the devil.
Right. So the enemy that's doing all these things wickedly. And the Christians don't believe that the devil has children on this planet. They don't know how they look. They don't know who they are. Why? Because they become that. The reason why you don't know how they look because that's when you become them. That's why you can't find them because you are them.
They don't realize that the devil is literally a spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that it's not just, so-called white man.
Right.
It could be the Israelite that don't know he's the Israelite. An Israelite that don't keep the commandments. An Israelite that's against prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Literally look at what Yahweh told Peter. You know what I'm saying? When he was telling them, hey, he told him, hey, what did he? I don't even want to misquote it.
Get behind the Satan.
The why?
Right.
He told him, hey,
For you service the things of men.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because Peter literally was like, nah, he's like, I ain't gonna let none of that happen to you. You know what I'm saying? But Peter, not knowing, hey, he's speaking against prophets.
Now he speaks to his promises.
You know what I'm saying? It had to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yahweh, it had to happen to Yahweh.
And on top of that too, Peter, it's like he you know what I'm saying, he severed more of the friendship than he did the prophecies or the will of the Most High God himself.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's
right.
what it means. Devil mean, opposing against God. You know what I'm saying? Deceiver. You oppose against the Most High. So if you speak against the prophecy, you against the Most High.
And right now it's OT onlys. And talk about Yahweh's faith, he ain't real, and all this stuff. But then again, they said to read the Old Testament all day. Sin was prophesied to him. The one that he's supposed to be coming, and that he came, and then yet they still deny him. And like you said, if you deny me, you deny the one that sent me.
All right. Done.
So basically, put death at your, actually let death in your own house, and didn't even know.
Yep. Definitely too dumb. No. Where you at?
Isaiah 66:15.
Yeah, you going 41 first, so yeah, let's finish up.
Yeah, finish it up.
All right. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels.
Right, so you got death angels. So the church don't know that there is hit angels that's come just to kill. Church, they can't believe that. Oh, angels, you talking about the white ones with the small nuts, with the
Baby,
with the wings on the back?
Baby ass up, baby ass up.
Look like Tyson. No, we're not talking about them angels. We're talking about death angels. You see what I'm saying? So they have no clue. They've been hypnotized of what's coming. Oh, he come, Jesus, he come.
Rap.
You know, they got their hands out, you know, running to him. And he running to them.
Last thing I think was the light.
They gonna hit him with the Charles Wilson pose. Hit him with that.
Right.
And guess what? And like like Biggie, you know what I'm saying? They would be asking for another chance. Guess what? He ain't giving you all the chance.
Okay, finish that.
Verse 41. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels.
Okay, so now this angels is different than the hit ones, the one that come to kill.
And they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend.
So right, so they're gonna gather out all those that offend. Go ahead.
And them which do iniquity.
Okay, so and them that do iniquity. So the hit angels is doing these things right now. Now watch this.
And shall jump down to 43. Wait, I read down. And shall cast them into a furnace of fire.
Right, so the hit angels is gonna cast them into a furnace of fire. It's like somebody got you by the neck. You trying to get his hand from your neck when you should have been trying to get out the fire that you about to go in. You so behind schedule that you just think, if I get off my neck, I'm good. No, you about to get. How you get out the fire that you're going in? I ain't talking about the grip in your neck. You gonna get out that. When you get out that, you're gonna be in the fire. Don't worry about that grip in your neck. You're gonna get out that in the fire. You see what I'm saying? So when that release, how you get out the fire, right? And so that's what it's so far behind. But the angels is come to. I'm looking for the angels that's coming.
I got you for 43.
Okay.
There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Verse 43. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who have ears to hear, let him hear.
Right, and that's gonna be Revelation 7 and 9. Go ahead, keep reading that.
That's it on parable, unless you want to go into the
44, you're 44.
okay. Here's another parable.
Go ahead. We do 44.
Yeah, 44, another parable.
Okay, go ahead.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth the field. That field.
I'm going to another parable. Okay, I probably did it. I'm good. You can close it out. Okay, yeah, that's it. It's HOI, LOI. We come together. Get used to this. This is how we do this. This was a good class today on the wheat and the tears, and also I'm gonna be promoting a book that my cousin putting out about Christianity, and the book will be coming out next week. So we'll be posting that up, and also we're here just to let everybody know that we're doing a class next week.
Possible. We'll definitely be in touch.
We'll be in touch.
Skate party.
Oh, skating party. We got a skating party coming up on the 7th. December the 7th at World Skate Land on the east side of Detroit from 10 till 1 in the morning. Be there or be square. And last year we had a great time. A lot of people. This time it's going to be Chicago, New York. It's going to be a lot more people there. So, come and join us, and show us what show how Detroit get down. You know, a lot of people don't like skate land, some people do, you know, but anywhere it go, you know, we're gonna bring it back. I was raised up in that, I was raised up in a little ring, you know what I'm saying, so I believe that. You know, so it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. All right, so that's what I got to say today. Anything else we got to say?
The most of all, the spirit of the Most High is gonna be in there.
Yeah.
You can't miss that.
You can't miss that.
Can't miss it. You gotta be there.
Gotta be there. A lot of fringes in there. A lot of commandment keepers.
Done.
So it might feel like 3 o'clock when we leave.
Yeah, man, honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh by way, to Yahweh by way of Yahweh.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? But even tonight, you know, brothers literally had to get off work, they come out, push this truth out. You know what I'm saying? So we out here to literally gather the lost sheep and strengthen the ones that have been found. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's literally it's another thing, Brother Yahshua, I know it's gonna be new to y'all right now, so I might as well just put it out there. You know, the brother definitely gonna reach out. We may even try to do a unity camp on the 7th.
Okay,
You know
come
what I'm
on.
saying? That way we can have a unity camp during the day. You know what
Wow,
I'm saying?
that's
Gather
what
together during the night. You know what I'm saying?
that'll
And,
be nice.
Good, yeah.
you know, literally, hey, keep on doing the most hard work, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By literally gathering together,
Uh,
brothers gathering together, sisters coming together. You know what I'm saying? All in unity and no arguing, no fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We understand that arguments will happen in your congregation,
That's
but
anything.
at the end of the day, this is the blueprint right here to get that, to solve that thing, to get the shit back right.
Shit,
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
right.
can't have nothing off that king. You know what I'm saying? When Yahushua come back,
Right.
you ain't finna be arguing with him. You ain't gonna say but this or but that. You don't be like, yes, sir. So how you say to do that again? All right. You said Matthew 18 says what? Okay. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So don't wait till Yahushua come back to get right.
Right.
Because then it's too late. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So hey, just subscribe, HOI Detroit. I know for sure y'all got YouTube too, right?
Yeah.
We on YouTube now.
Yeah, kind of. Subscribe to HOI Detroit, L.O.I. Detroit on YouTube, Facebook. You know, we both have Facebook pages. You know, y'all can join those. Y'all can see the classes, whether you see links to the classes or it's an actual live class. Yeah, kind. And then also, LOI's Cash App is $ LOI Detroit, LOI Detroit, and the LOI and the D is capital. You know what I'm saying? If
Repeat
want to
that.
donate to the cause, again, that's capital LOI Detroit, and the LOI D is capital. You know, so you know anybody want to throw donations, brothers gonna put their cash app out there as well. But we also have, y'all see a ticker at the bottom. We have our email if you need to get in contact with us. This particular ticker don't have our camp's phone number there. But y'all brothers can go ahead and put your information up.
My cash app.
We can do it like that.
I cash up. I think it is.
HOI Detroit, Motor City Detroit.
Motor City Detroit. Yeah, so Motor City Detroit, you know, it's HOI's cash app there. So, you know, most high willing brothers and sisters was edified, right? And we just gonna keep on pushing, right?
Keep on pushing.
Yeah, brother Yahshua, you had something?
I was gonna tell you after everything, you know, go on.
Okay, come. So that's it. Nobody else got anything else?
Sure. I go to someone. He shower Paul. We'll try to hit it up.
Come on.
Why am I